out there. Welcome to the Bad Reading Podcast. My name is Atlas Novak. I'm one of your hosts. Who else is here with me today? Or not here with me on a screen?
Here, I am on a screen today, Chris, because I live with high-risk people and I don't have a mask yet, so I'm staying in.
Yeah.
Shout out to myself from the past who said that masks weren't important unless you were sick. I was wrong.
Oh, yeah. At the time of recording this, we had just released our Scarface episode, and all three of us were like, yeah, it'll be fine. And just, oh, God, how much changes in a month?
Right?
Yep.
Yeah. And our guest today, he is also in quarantine, but he's 6 feet across from me, so that's okay. Please welcome Mitchell Lamar.
Are there any atheists in here? Yeah. Y'all are going to hell. No, I'm religious. I'm a little religious, you know. I believe in two gods. I believe in chips and salsa. Yeah. People get okay. I remember the first time I interacted with these beings. I was at a Mexican restaurant, and of course I ordered and ate some chips and salsa, and then I was just like, yeah! Yes. The waitress, she ran over. She was like, "What?" I said, "I'm saved."
Hello.
How's it going, man?
It's an experience. I'm just trying to get through it day by day, nap by nap. I'm literally napping like 6 times a day. It's great.
You ever do that thing where you nap and then you wake up, you're like, that's not enough time?
Yeah.
You're just like,
Never.
I need more time. Go back to sleep.
How much? What's a good nap
Good nap.
duration?
3 hours.
3 hours. That's good. Oh my god, that's long.
3 hours is a good nap. Hour and a half, also a good nap.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I heard
Yeah.
like 20, 30 minutes is like the good spot.
Yeah. Or like
3 hours is a rest.
no, that's like I'm trying to make the day go faster because I have nothing else to do. Nap, that kind of nap.
Sometimes I'll just like stare at my wall.
Like just like
Yeah.
Do you see like the shapes in your wall? Is it like that kind of wall that has
Yes,
the
it's like-
texture? Yeah.
It's like that allegory of the cave with Plato or something. I don't know. I just sit. Yeah. No, but it's what about you? What do you do?
I have, up until the point where they were like, you're not supposed to go out without a mask, I was taking runs with Scruffles. And
dog.
then I've been running,
Yeah.
with my dog. And then I opted to run around in circles in the backyard with Scruffles. So at least I have a backyard. I mean, it's more than most people have.
and enviable.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
The doors in all the doors in my apartment complex are just falling apart. Like the front gate won't like your key has to be put in just so, otherwise it won't go all the way in. And then the doorknob from the parking garage into the apartment complex itself is falling off, so you have to like hold it and shove it in there to get it to like catch with everything else. So I finally texted my landlord yesterday. I'm like, can you come fix the doors because I would like to get into my apartment, please.
Sounds like you're trying to break into someone else's apartment.
It's unfortunately it's my apartment. Because like also I found out it's called a strike plate. The thing on the door frame that like the door mechanism goes into. That was starting to fall off the frame. So every few days I'd have to come up with a screwdriver and like screw it back in because like the wood's falling apart around it. Oh my God. And then he's like, I'll send a handyman out there. Handyman comes in with a new strike plate. I'm like, that's not the problem. The problem is the rotting door frame.
That's no.
Could be so much worse.
Is that
though.
illegal?
What, to have the door fall apart on you?
Yeah.
Or, I don't think so. I think it's just
I don't know much about city law and all that.
I'm considering going to get some like epoxy or something and just filling it in, and hopefully that keeps it. I don't know if you're allowed to go into a Home Depot though. Is that a thing?
Yes, you can.
You can go into Home Depot.
Yeah.
You can.
All right.
Those are still allowed. They're considered essential.
I was just there today. I just stared at a wall.
In Home Depot.
Yeah.
Just for a change of scenery.
So, Like, have you ever been stopped by a cop and asked where you're going or anything yet?
Yes, so
Yes.
many
What?
times. I'm a
Really?
brown person. You probably have too, right?
I've been in my house. I literally only just go from home to the grocery store and back home.
Mm-hmm.
So I have not been stopped actually.
And then
That's
you've gotten stopped by cops before?
Yes. This not during this quarantine, but I did get
Oh.
stopped by cops when I was yeah.
Then that's
Not
business
yet.
as usual. That
Well, I did have a cop follow me for a little while though while I was like driving, and I was like, okay, why? And I just like kind of turned around and like went in like a weird way that like if they'd followed me, it would have been super obvious that they were following me, and they did for a little bit, and then realized that they were being a little shady, so they stopped.
yeah,
Oh my goodness.
At least I assume that's what happened.
that's a turn into someone's driveway and pretend it's your house.
Yeah.
Move right there. That's like I realized I used to drive for Lyft that the Lyft stickers and like Uber stickers make the cops bother you less.
Really?
Yeah. I have 2 of them. You can just have one.
So you can have like 10 dead bodies in your trunk.
And they're like, oh, he's taking them to the airport. It's fine.
It's good.
Yeah.
I will actually probably look you up on that.
It's not a bad idea. All right. Well, this week on the Bad Rating Podcast, Mitch asked us, he gave us a list of all the things he was into.
Yes, it was like a full
Which
page.
That's good because sometimes they'll like. There's only one time it's happened. Mike Menendez gave us.
Love them.
Me too, but he gave us. Don't be a menace to South Central or drink your beers.
That's the one. That's the one I watched.
Yeah.
Is
He.
this episode.
Yeah, so it was like I can't find a single story on this. Give me another one, and he goes, "All right, Bebe's Kids or Meteor Man," and I was like, "Okay." Found one Meteor Man story.
Those are all good choices.
They're all good choices, but not a lot of people are like, I have a great. This is great for fanning. I'm gonna write a story about this. That's not gonna happen for something like that. But you gave us a veritable smorgasbord to choose from, and Chris and I ended up choosing Lost.
Amazing choice.
Yes,
I gave y'all some good thinking ones.
yeah. You gave us Mad Max too, which I'm gonna save for my mom whenever we have her on the show, because like my mom is like a Santa Monica hippie, but she loves the Mad Max movies, and
They're
I have
fun.
no idea why.
They're fun.
So
No, they're good. They're good.
I'm saving that one for some Mother's Day episode or something.
Why didn't y'all
And
choose
we will
Westworld?
find such a good.
What happened?
Why didn't we choose what?
Westworld.
Because the theme song for Westworld gives me a boner. And I'll tell you why. So I have a roommate, and he brings his boyfriend over a lot, and they put on Westworld to cover the sounds of fucking.
Oh my gosh.
So I've been Pavloved into getting horny whenever I hear the Westworld theme song. So no Westworld.
So we
that
went
piano.
with Lost.
Yeah, we went with Lost instead. The first of those shows that was like big.
Yes,
it
it's good. It's
It
good.
was like a cultural moment.
Yeah.
And then it just crashed and burned at the end there. Yeah, it Game of Thrones itself.
I go with the ride. I was like, it happened. You know what? It's whatever. It's about the characters. No, I cared about the mysteries. Fuck that show.
You know what is mystery done right is Gravity Falls. That's
a cartoon, right?
it is. It's very good.
I think I'm gonna watch it.
It's good.
It's good.
Yeah. Chris, what do you
Okay.
think about Lost?
I don't know much about it. I've seen a grand total of parts of episodes, but I did some research on it, as I do, and it seems like it's very much in the wheelhouse of the director who made it.
Who did? Who made it?
What's his face? I can't remember. We were just talking about what is.
JJ Abrams or
Yes.
okay.
Oh wow.
No.
No.
Was it JJ Abrams?
Okay.
We're on Jeopardy.
We've gone straight Doodle Ghost here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, sorry, listener, who's like, it's not J.J. Abrams. It's,
He's just yelling at his
Or is
screen.
yeah, created by J.J. Abrams. That's
Oh, cool.
what I'm thinking of.
Okay, it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
Damon
I mean,
Lindelof.
I did a speech on like the mystery box. A mystery box is basically something that you leave unsolved for the audience, so the audience can try to solve it over a period of time. And again, it works for movies real well because that's a set length of time. It doesn't work as well for TV shows, which go for a quite a long time.
Oh, because like you don't know, like the show keeps getting renewed or not, so you don't really quite know.
Yeah, and eventually you will have to give some more snippets of information. And if you are like just pulling stuff out of your butt, it's not gonna, it's not gonna work as well.
I know, like pulling stuff out of your ass feels like desperate, like spur of the moment. Pulled something out of my ass. Pulling stuff out of your butt sounds whimsical.
That's true.
I pulled this out of my butt. It's a sword. Here, go slay Ganon with it.
Were y'all fans of Lost?
Dangerous.
No,
No, that was a very fast no.
Yeah, it was
because
an emphatic no.
My friends got into it before I did, and they were like so rabid about it that I didn't watch it out of spite, which I tend to do with a lot of stuff that I really shouldn't. I feel like I missed out on a lot of good things. Like I did that with Tiger King. Also, I was like, you guys are too into this.
I haven't watched it yet.
I did watch it. I ended up watching it after we had the episode with Landon.
Yeah,
it was sparked my interest, and it is very strange.
I'm scared to watch it.
There's no one to root for. There's one person you can root for, and they got their arm bitten off. So that's pretty much the only person who's like not terrible in the entire show.
I feel like that's a lot of shows nowadays where they're like, "Oh man, morally gray people. That's my bag right there."
They're not even morally gray. They're morally black.
They're just all bad.
All shitty people. I mean, yeah, or it's that, or like, you know, Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones. It's all those shows where like everyone's kind of a shit person, and that's more.
Like Game of Thrones.
That's more interesting.
Such a wild trend that we're going down as a cultural society.
How so?
At our texts, you know. Honestly, I have no idea what I'm talking about. No, I'm just kidding. What do you mean? What do I mean? It seems like, a lot of good shows, the big shows are all like trending towards, these people that are doing these things that intrigue us in a way that
so you can live vicariously through them?
Maybe.
And you're like, all right, I don't have to do the things that George Costanza does. I can live vicariously.
I mean, I watched Breaking Bad because I was going to go into meth before comedy.
Right.
And it was just like, the show came on. I was like, perfect.
I feel like you can root for somebody there, though, because Jesse Pinkman was like very relatable in a...
bitch.
And he's in Westworld. He's in the new season, and he's fired.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
He was good in BoJack Horseman too.
Oh yeah, he's in that.
Aaron Paul. Yeah.
See, that also has a morally gray character, right?
Yeah. Or just BoJack is. All right, let's get into this. I'm sure there's one listener out there. He's like, "Are you gonna fucking read the story or not?" We will. So this comes to us from Archive of Our Own. The website, and the story is called Destined, and it's by Lioness on the Throne, parentheses, perfect. I can't roll my R's.
Is it like a purr as in kitten, or?
There you go. Perfect. Yeah, something like that. I don't know why it's in parentheses. But like, it would be the equivalent of me going like, Atlas Hammond, Novak. Hammond's my middle name. All right, so the summary is Sawyer didn't really believe in soulmates or any of that nonsense. However, he hadn't believed in time travel either, and it was a bitch to find out that was a real thing. Still, he wanted to know. Why was he feeling so compelled to sit with Juliet and not Kate? If this was heaven, why wasn't he with Kate? We'll put the note or the link to this in the show notes so you can go read it for yourself and also to give the artist credit. So, here we go. As Sawyer sat in the church with Juliet, he wondered despondently why things were as they were. It wasn't that he hadn't loved Juliet, for he had. There was no question of that. She was dear to him, and would always be so. He was not, however, in love with her. Even when she had been alive, as much as she had tried to fool himself at the time, he knew now he hadn't been. I don't know why I'm reading this like I'm fucking William Shatner, but that's just how it's going to be.
It fits. It fits.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I need to start like clipping around the room like the Happy Mass salesman. He had been.
Oh, yeah.
She had been good to him, and he was glad for the time they shared together, but after reuniting with Kate, he had known where his heart really lay. Yet now, in this church, he had been compelled by what? He didn't know. But the need to sit with and be close to Juliet had overtaken him. Maybe it was he hadn't seen her in so long, for she had died so young and he had lived to be so old. Yet it felt like more than that to him. Yet it did not feel like love, or at least not the type of in love.
In quotes, in love.
In love, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you get it.
There are different types of loves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are.
I believe in a thing called love. Just listen to the rhythm of my heart.
You have to say it like, just listen to the rhythm of my heart. It can't has to, like, you have to scream it like that.
I would, but I'd probably blow out my vocal cords. All he knew was some otherworldly feeling had come over him and compelled him to sit down with her and not Kate. Sawyer didn't really believe in soulmates or any of that nonsense. However, he hadn't believed in time travel either, and it was a bitch to find out that was a real thing. Is he just putting part of the blurb at the beginning just in the story?
I think so.
Oh, like,
yeah.
Has it got a preface?
Maybe.
Or like a teaser trailer, kind of, but for a story.
Maybe.
Ah. You know, I read this book on narratology that's called like a paratext.
What's a paratext?
It's like the word chapter or preface or epilogue. It's like the text that it's like the transportation from the real world to like the text world.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm weird.
No, that's cool.
No, it is.
That's awesome. Like, you're supposed to, like, bring up
Tell
stuff
us
like this.
more.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm interested.
okay,
So
cool.
how do these things work? What's the best way to do it?
Oh, it's just like, you know, it's like the chapter 1 or chapter 2. It's like the word before you go into the reading.
Does it include like the chapter name titles? If
Yeah.
there's like chapter 1.
Like the table of contents, the index,
Yeah.
all that.
Yeah,
Oh, so
Morty,
they're-
you gotta have the ramp come down slow. It really gets their dicks hard when you say chapter 1. Miss you, Nick. We know you're out there.
Maybe one day we can, when we finish our novel, we'll just put chapter 1 and we'll just make that each, like C will be on one page, H will be on the next page, and then will be like several pages just to get them ready for the first chapter.
I feel like by P, they would be pissed off. They're like, is this just going to be... Yeah, that's what it is. So you're basically making the reader play a game of horse.
Oh,
You can just do CHA and then PTER 1.
Yeah. Still, he wanted to know, why was he feeling so compelled to sit with Juliet and not Kate? If this was heaven, why wasn't he with Kate? You heard that already. Why was it Juliet and not Kate that had awoken him? He looked over at Kate, seeing her sitting with Jack. She looked happy, but then their eyes met, and he could tell she was just as confused as he.
Is she also in love with Juliet?
There was like a weird quadrangle that was going on between like seasons 4 and 5, and there was no relationship between Juliet and Kate. It was mainly just
that's
like
unfortunate.
Sawyer, Kate, and Jack. Yeah,
What's
it would be cool if it was Juliet and Kate.
How do you
Yeah.
like have a romance when you're just on a desert island? I feel like that would be lower
Trauma.
on my list of priorities.
Trauma bonding?
Yeah, I think that's probably what it is. I mean, there's a beautiful beach,
Yeah.
a beautiful plane wreck to your right.
There's a fat guy and a heroin addict. And,
You know, it's just beautiful. You know, there's like temples to your 6 o'clock. There's a smoke monster to your left.
and a polar bear for some
Yeah,
reason.
it's
So just lots of places to do it.
okay.
That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, and
don't know.
it's just romantic.
The beach. The beach just does not seem like a good place to fuck.
Oh yeah, the sand and all that.
Yeah, I hate sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets everywhere.
That's what makes it so hot.
By
Who
friction,
doesn't
yes.
want that scratchy feeling? Yeah, exactly.
That's why you have to be very careful, you know.
Land a very large tarp.
Exactly. There's tarps on planes, so
Yeah.
it's perfect.
Steal them.
From the plane wreckage.
Christian had greeted him and the others when they arrived and seemed to be in charge somewhat here. Sawyer decided he would have to ask him why things were this way. Having never been one for waiting, he decided now was the time. He excused himself from Juliet and left to find Christian. However, Christian had no answers for him. There has not been a single line of dialogue in this story yet.
Not yet. It's all meaningful looks between people.
I feel like this goes down better in movies, like we tried to do an
action.
episode with no dialogue. Like that's different. This is just exposition.
Yeah. Where's the inciting incident?
I feel like with fan fiction, the inciting incident is already whatever you're doing the fan fiction about.
Not always. Not always.
No, there needs to be some kind of spark that gets us into the conflict.
Right.
Yeah.
Where is it at? Oh, you probably haven't. Sorry, you probably haven't got to it yet.
I mean, again, the point of the show is to interrupt with the reader with stuff. So
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
please go nuts. He knew little more than they did, having been just sent there to greet the new arrivals. Mm-hmm. However, Christian had been in his place a while longer than any of them and did not know whom to ask. Christian explained where this was and referred to them as the island's guardian angel.
If Christian is who I remember,
I don't.
Christian. I think he's the guy who crash landed there on a pirate ship from a long time ago. I think so. And it was back in the he had his eyes. His eyes, he was hot. He had it looked like he was wearing eyeliner.
Oh.
Because his eyelashes were so dense and strong and
Okay, now that sounds like Jack Sparrow, and then we got into our own crossover.
No, he came on the Black Rock ship. That's what it was.
You mean the Black Pearl?
But this maybe the Black Pearl was there too. Mm-hmm. But I definitely know the Black Rock was one of the first inhabitants to crash onto this magical world.
What is Scruffles doing?
Scruffles.
Yeah. He's just
He needed attention.
Oh. He's got a full on derp face going
For anyone who watches the YouTube, you'll be able to experience the derp face of my dog.
Yes.
I mean, this fanfic.
I cut his hair.
Oh, hi. Oh my gosh.
The big dude.
There was a dog on the island.
Oh.
His
Well,
name
there
was
was.
Vincent.
Oh, that's cute.
I never understood people who named their dogs human names. Drove me nuts.
They're also beings.
Yeah. Yeah, but the point is that you can your dog is not going to get made fun of in school. That's the time to get creative. With
My
dog
sister's name is Spot.
Are you serious?
No.
I was like, okay.
I believed you 100%.
Me
I'm
too.
very gullible.
Okay.
I tried to choose the most outrageous
Just
name.
dog name, yeah.
People.
Fell for it hook, line, and sinker. I mean, my name's Atlas, so I really can't rule out stupid names anymore.
That's a cool name.
Thank you. But it's just the thing where people are like, isn't that a stupid name? I'm like, stupid name here, hello. I'm in camp with everyone else, all right? Just
Does an atlas mean Earth or map?
It's
go ahead.
you could go ahead.
All right, fine.
I mean, it's the Titan, Titan Atlas from Greek mythology who holds up the Earth.
Well, technically, the sky. He was at the western edge of the world, and he prevented the sky from crashing into the Earth.
Okay.
So somehow that got flipped, and it just becomes like a world map.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not sure
This
why.
I did not know.
I'm guessing map of heavens eventually becomes, we're just going to put an Earth map in there.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Oh, that makes sense.
that's how you get it.
What's the purpose of that story? What did it teach generations?
Well, he's in a few. Most of the time he just gets tricked by other Greek heroes. But his particular story is he's part of the Titans who fight with the Olympians, and then his punishment is to
Hold up the earth.
hold the sky up.
Hold the sky.
And
So who decided to name you after someone who's getting punished for eternity?
my mom. Yeah, you know what? That about tracks. No, my mom, she, when she was pregnant with me, my parents were like in their early 40s. So to make fresher the mayo, the better the sandwich, right? And they did some tests, and there was like a very slim chance I was going to be born without arms or legs. Yeah.
Oh no!
And instead of going, you know what, we'll go with the abortion. How about that? They decided to go through with it. And then my mom had a vision, she says, of the Venus de Milo statue, the one with no arms, holding the earth and the name. And that's where she got the name.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And apparently,
that's pretty cool. Actually.
And apparently my grandma was like, what the fuck are you doing? He's going to get made fun of in school. And then my whole childhood, she was very sweet to me. I'm like, I know what you're about, Grandma. You didn't believe in me.
Oh my gosh.
Honestly, your kid's going to get made fun of no matter what their name is. It's just how it is.
That's true.
What sort of, like, did you guys get made fun of for your name or, like, have a mean nickname?
No.
Nothing? No?
Mm-mm.
Nothing?
Chris,
You
no?
were probably very charismatic. My full name
Ooh.
that my dad gave me is Crystalline, and he told me when I started playing Dungeons and Dragons when I was 12 that he named me after his Dungeons and Dragons character.
Wow.
So I never got made fun of because of my name. I just had everyone misspell it forever, which is part of the reason why I go by Chris. And also, like, being non-binary, Chris fits better than Crystalline, which is quite feminine.
Yeah.
Okay.
With me, it was they just turned it from Atlas Novak to Atlas Snowcock. They'll kids are cruel, man.
Oh, man.
That's terrible.
Which is not fair because I have a rockin' badontodont. That's just not accurate. The cock, on the other hand, yeah, it could be bigger.
That I can't say on, but I can comment on the badonkadonk and can confirm.
You know, well, I guess when I was in middle school, okay, so all the way up through life, up until the military, when I started the military, that's when, for the military, I went by my middle name, Lamar, because my dad has the same name.
Oh, that's cool.
It's cute, you know. It's
So you're a junior?
I was living in his shadow, you know?
I never understood that either. The whole, like, I need to pass my name on. That's what your last name's for.
True, good
Yeah.
point. Well, you know,
Well,
I'm
my
used to
dad's
it.
name is Chris, and then he called me Crystalline, so he kind of did the same thing, because now I go by Chris,
You're a junior also?
basically.
Well, I'm a second.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. The second. That's
Which is
cool.
interesting because I'm also Gemini. I mean, I don't believe in that, but
Right.
it's just like cool to see like the symbol, but it's also like, you know, symbology is really cool. It's in my nature.
I'm a Pisces. What about you?
I am a Cancer, so I cause your inevitable death.
All I can think of is that Weird Al song where he goes through the horoscope. All the horoscopes.
Oh, yeah.
In it. Yeah.
It's your horoscope for
today.
today.
Yeah.
He has so many songs.
Weird Al.
Yeah. He's still releasing music, I think, right?
Yeah, he's like
Wow.
Yeah.
30-year plus long career. That's nuts.
amazing.
Yeah.
Wait, okay, so what's the next part of the
Thing.
story?
Okay. So following Christian's instructions, he went to head where this being was. The thought of him and all the other survivors having some sort of guardian angel struck Sawyer as silly and strange. Where was this so-called angel during all the tragedy that had befallen them all on the island? Oh my God, finally dialogue's coming up. Sawyer tried to follow Christian's instructions, but there were so many hallways and stairs that he found himself lost.
Ooh, wow.
Roll credits. Yeah.
Does it say that roll credits?
No, just
I was like, that's genius.
every time the title comes up, I have to like CinemaSin started it. I love it. I love doing that. Happens with like that is some true bad reading. Roll credits and the lost the irony. He did write that. He wrote the irony.
Oh goodness! In parenthesis.
No, just one the irony. Period.
Oh my
That's it.
goodness.
Then, just as he was starting to panic, a small rotund being with wings appeared in front of him and spoke.
A small rotund being?
Round being with wings.
Ooh.
So it's a
Cherub?
cherub,
Okay.
but not the kind of cherub from Dante's Inferno, which is terrifying.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Sidebar. I just watched fucking I just watched have y'all heard of Suspiria or whatever?
No.
I've heard of it.
Oh my god. It has Tilda
Tilda Swinton?
yeah. It has her and it has like this girl Chloe Moretz or something.
Chloe Grace Moretz?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it has Dakota Johnson or something. And it's just about this dance company, but I guess it's like run by witches, okay? And they have to like run a ritual. They have to like find a girl. I don't know. It just gets real crazy. It's like the most.
Sabrina the Teenage Witch meets Black Swan. That's what I'm getting.
Oh no,
from
it's
this.
darker than that.
Oh,
It
really?
gets intense at the end. It's so. It
The
should
new
be,
Sabrina the Teenage
It should
Witch.
be NC-17.
Wow. Needlessly creepy times 17.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
And it's just like, I guess it relates to just like hell and all this other, you know.
Oh,
They
hell.
talk about like the 7 circles of hell and stuff in there.
No, it's just a ritual to bring out this being to like take over the coven or something.
We've heard it all before. You know how it is with
You know how it is
summoning
with
an ancient
vampires.
eldritch horror to destroy the world. Demise, Cthulhu, Satan. It's all the same shit. All right. James Ford, you are wondering why it is Juliet and not Kate whom you are with in this journey. Spoke the being. You get falsetto with a New York accent for the cherub. That's what's happening right now.
Okay. I dig it.
Ignoring the urge to ask how this being had found him, Sawyer replied sarcastically. Wait, who does Matthew Fox play on Lost?
Oh, Jack.
Jack. Okay. Damn, I was going to say for Jack, I was going to be constantly out of breath, but this is Sawyer.
So he has like a scruffy hot voice.
Well, yeah, Cupid, it would be damn nice to know a southern accent. Fuck it. I mean, Juliet was special to me, but Kate and I, we made a life together when I finally got off that damn island. I am not Cupid, but I can tell you why you aren't with Kate. Well, let it out, Valentine, Sawyer said impatiently.
Oh my god.
The angel continued on, explaining, Kate and you have been together in many times, in many lives. You will be together one day, of that I am sure. You are what we are up here referred to as soulmates. Sawyer was stunned. Soulmates were a real thing? After leaving the island for the last time, he and Kate had been in love and even gotten married. He wrote it as Goran, Gorren.
Yeah, Goran married.
Goran married. They're next to each other on the keyboard.
Oh.
R&T, yeah. And even Goran married and had a few children, but it certainly hadn't come easy for them. Even when off the island, there had been many arguments and breakups before they had been able to make things work. Then why? Asked Sawyer, confused. Oh, wait. Why are you with Juliet here and now in this place? Why did you and Kate have so many years of uncertainty? Well, yeah, Cherub, it'd be damn nice to know that. As for you and Kate, being soulmates doesn't mean things will always be easy. You both had many issues to work through, some of which will remain. Now as for you and Juliet, it's simple. Juliet is your guide.
What?
This is a fan fiction, all right.
Great.
This is a fan fiction,
Yeah.
all right.
This is what they wanted to happen.
I'm trying to place it in the timeline of this story of Lost.
Right.
They got off the island. It sounds like it could be after season 6, after the last season,
Well, because
but before they died.
I'm gonna spoil the entirety of Lost here. It turns out to be purgatory, right? That's what the
I guess that's one interpretation.
oh right mystery box.
There are many interpretations. Yeah.
I mean,
Exactly.
I get it's like they do like some of them get off the island. Then I guess one by one, when they all die in natural causes and stuff,
Yeah.
they like enter that space of.
Of what?
Now that I think about it, I'm getting pissed.
That's what fan fiction's for. It's to,
Right.
to correct what you think is wrong, or to get two characters to fuck each other, or whatever.
Or to have like the hurt. I love hurt comfort as like a genre because it's just one character taking care of another one. It's just very sweet. So that's another genre.
I don't think we've done a story like that before.
We have not yet.
We've done shitty crossover. We've done two characters fucking each other. We've done I'm gonna fix the canon. Never done what's it called? Hurt comfort.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's the overall type of fan fiction.
I'm gonna have to add that to the major types.
I didn't know fan fiction had subcategories.
Oh, sure.
There are lots of genres. There's
Slash fiction.
There's smut, which is all the fucking There's
Listen to our Incredibles or Jimmy Neutron episode for smut.
Oh gosh.
Ugh, gross.
The Incredibles was so bad. So bad.
Did you listen to the Jimmy Neutron one? That was before you got here?
No, I didn't because you told me it was bad and I just didn't want to.
With the Incredibles one, was it like Edna Mold, like fucking the rat at the end of the first one?
I wish it was. I wish it was.
Do you remember when Violet and Dash are in the cave together?
Uh-huh.
They're in the cave together.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, that's that kind of smut.
Oh, my God.
So bad.
That's funny.
Well, gee golly, that makes a ton of fucking sense. Perhaps she should have guided me off that damn fucking island then. Rage Sawyer. I knew that was going to happen. I put too much profanity in there because I'm 12. You know what I'm talking about? Like,
you put you.
No. That was literally the line.
Oh gosh.
Ton of fucking sense. Damn fucking island. Then. Yeah. A guide, as in a spirit guide, as Jack is Kate's, and Sayid is Shannon's, and so on and so. No fourth, no. Okay, whatever.
So, period.
Yep. You will spend much time with her before incarnating again. It's also why you are so drawn to sit near her in the church. For though you and Kate will spend much time together on Earth, you and Juliet will spend a good amount here in the afterlife. So, Juliet's what, an angel? Sawyer replied confused. Not at all. Let me explain more. The angel...
What, like, some kind of, like, having... Okay. Like in... You know when you, like, meet a baby gay and you, like, take them under your wing? That's what this feels like. That's what you're like their spirit guardian, so, like, you're still close with them, but it's not that kind of close.
Mm-hmm. What's a baby
different
gay?
Kind of love.
Oh, you know, I guess they just came out and all that.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. I'm like...
You're their spirit guardian for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
You help them out.
Sure. I'm gonna prove... Really not my area of expertise, what little there is to be had. While Sawyer listened in astonishment. Okay, so this is a giant wall of dialogue, and my throat hurts. Chris, would you mind taking over?
I will take over.
The first,
okay.
First you've been following along, or?
Yes.
Okay,
so,
cool.
All right. So this is the cherub speaking.
You don't have to do. Oh yeah.
That's okay. I got it.
Go for it.
First thing you need to know is that your last life and the last life of your fellow survivors wasn't real. It was a form of shared purgatory for you all. You being a cop and putting away the bad men. Kate being arrested by you. None of that actually happened. The reality was created for you based on lingering issues in your respective lives, which you could not let go of. For you, it was the quest to become a better man. Hence why you were a cop and putting the bad guys away this time instead of being one. For Kate, she had to deal with the guilt of murder. Jack had to deal with his issues of never pleasing his father, and the others had other things to deal with as well.
Oh my
God.
Just
other things to deal with. We don't have to talk about them right now. They're not important.
Oh my God. So not only are they like undoing the mystery box, they're like... it's other shit. I'll explain later, even though I'm explaining everything else to you now.
Exactly, yep. And the spirit guide crap, Sawyer asked. Normally, spirit guides are angels. You and every other soul that was ever born or will be born have your own spirit guide. However, in your case, and that of Kate and many of your other fellow survivors, these spirit guides got a break for a change. Therefore, your spirit guides for this life were other people whom you were already on the island. Wait. Who were other people who were already on the island or whom crash landed with you. So my angel decided to what? Go on vacation? What'd they have to do? Wait, would they leave heaven and head to Maui? Sawyer asked sarcastically.
Who would be the worst spirit guide you could have at this point in your life right now?
JJ Abrams.
The worst spirit guide. The worst spirit guide?
Yeah, for like what you're trying to do as a person. In
Myself.
life. Yourself.
Yeah. How about you, Alice?
He already took myself. That's the best answer. I don't know.
That's a cop out.
Yeah.
Wow.
I feel like just any sort of hacky comedian would be.
Can I say the writer of this fan fiction?
Sure, yeah.
No.
or Kenny Banya from Seinfeld, I think it would be. That's gold, Jerry, gold.
Oh my goodness. This is I'm still trying to wrap my head around the plot.
Which is so far a cherub.
Not really here.
So a literal angel is trying to tell him you have a guardian angel, and it's not the cherub. He's like, so will you help me? And he's like, no, not me. That guy over there.
Okay.
And I also, I literally am imagining just, a round blob of flesh with, tiny wings that are going...
Wings, yeah.
Oh, and they're trying their damnedest to hold him up, but he's too fat. And, he keeps slipping every once in a while. He's going to fly back up again.
Oh, gosh.
Yes. This is my mental image.
And now it's yours, too. Enjoy that.
No, perhaps I didn't explain it well. Wait. Yes, no, that's where I'm at.
Yeah.
No, perhaps I didn't explain it well. Your angels and those of fellow survivors were given breaks so that we can help some other souls advance in their spiritual growth more than is usually possible in a lifetime. We've been using the island to bring people together. You see, every 20 or 50 years or so, a group of people whom are stalling in their spiritual growth are selected to help other staggering souls.
Wait,
the more advanced...
Hang on. If that is what's happening... I should have been on this island yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Or for me, 10 years ago, something like that.
I'm definitely spiritually stagnant. Get me in there, or whatever. I don't know. Hell, if it's something about making your spirit grow or whatever, just be like the Silent Realms from Skyward Sword. I got to run around and collect tears. I'd rather do that than.
That would be fun.
What, and have the big scary robot looking things chasing you?
Is this a video game?
Yeah, it's from Legend of Zelda.
Yeah. I mean, terrifying, but in a fun kind of way. When you have dreams that are cathartic, so they're scary, but also have a purpose.
Yeah. I'm thinking a game of hide and seek, maybe. Just that kind of ooh, they might find me, like that.
Except they always know where you are in the Silent Realm.
Oh no, not for them. I mean, in real life, when you were a kid playing hide and seek, it was always oh my god, I'm in the broom closet. Hopefully they don't find me or whatever. It's very exciting.
What was y'all?
Did you ever find? Oh, go ahead.
Was it? Are you about to say?
Oh, did you ever find a hiding spot that was so good that you weren't found and you just stayed there for several hours just waiting?
My question. Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah. Mine was, I think I would just quit and go to the mall. And then they would just be searching for me.
Yeah.
Come back with some bags from Hollister.
And a Cinnabon or whatever.
As long as you brought a Cinnabon for them, I'm sure they wouldn't have minded. At least I wouldn't have.
You ever play Sardines?
What's that?
It's reverse hide and seek. So one person goes and hides, and everyone else is looking for them. When you find them, you go and hide with them.
Oh, that's
and
neat.
Then whoever is the last person looking is the loser in that case.
And then the first person who hides in the next round, I'm assuming.
Yeah, the first person who found them hides next round.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I remember one time I was playing with my dad at the office he was working at, and I could fit into the drawers that.
Are you serious?
Normally hold file. Yeah.
Are you fucking serious? You could fit in a file cabinet.
Yes, I was, and I have always been a very small human.
Chris fits in a file cabinet headliner. That's your nickname for life now.
So I put myself into this file cabinet, I closed the thing, and I fell asleep.
Okay.
And like hours later, or I don't know, it felt like hours later, but I was suddenly woken up by my dad like calling my name because he was like frantically trying to find me.
Uh-huh.
And then I like popped out of a file cabinet. I was like, "Hello!" Never hide in there again.
That would have made me shit my pants, I think. If it was like, oh my god, I lost my daughter. Ha!
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
That's
You're
funny.
you're a human Jack in the Box.
Yeah.
Basically.
Or how good was the sleep in the file cabinet? I feel like it would have been.
I mean, like I kind of got a little bit bored, and then I was like immediately asleep because that's how I worked back when I was a child.
Right. There's like a Paul F. Tompkins bit where he's like working at a video store, and then he decides to take naps at work, and he goes in the file cabinet under, or like the cupboard under the front counter, and he's like, I've been chasing that sleep ever since. It's like the deepest, dreamless sleep I've ever had, and just I want that too.
I want dreamless sleep. My sleep is always
Every
Always
morning.
dreams.
Every morning she sends me a veritable just like novel of what her dream was about, and they're always epic and amazing and like detailed, and mine are always like, I was in class in high school and I forgot my homework. That's how it is. I don't know how that keeps happening to you. You know what, I'm gonna start putting those on the Bad Reading Pod Instagram if you're okay with it.
Oh, I'm fine with it.
Okay, yeah. So follow at Bad Reading Pod on Instagram. You'll get Chris's dreams. Here lies Squidward's hopes and dreams. What a baby.
All right, well, let's get back to this spiritual growth thing.
Yeah, I think stagnant souls was what we left off on.
All right. The more advanced of the pair is what we refer to as the guide. Their purpose is to make you a better person. However, be assured that both of the pair gained spiritual growth from this arrangement. Before Juliet and the rest of those whom wound up on the island were born into this life, we gave them all charges. Jacob, as the protector of the island, was tasked with the supervision of these pairs and the task of helping everyone come together. The island is our way to ensure everyone meets their charges. Jacob was also tasked with finding someone spiritually advanced enough to finally take over his role. He chose Jack, who was not ready for the role, and Jack passed it along to Hurley. Hurley then spent the next 1,500 years helping several batches of island arrivals come together.
Oh, so this is after season 6. Okay, so like
How many seasons were there? 6?
6, yeah.
Okay.
Jacob is like, he's like one of the entities that brings people to the island for his game, or like playing a game, him, Jacob, and his brother or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, and like the Black Rock with that. Oh, his name was Richard, not Christian. Wow, it's all like coming back to me. It's like hitting me. It's like all the trauma from watching the shows coming back. But yeah, like Jacob, he like brings people to the island so he can like play his little god game or something.
I just imagine you writing a hate mail thing to JJ Abrams.
I should.
Dear JJ, I have gone through extensive trauma watching your trash fire of a show.
But I feel like that show, it like taught other shows to like plan, like maybe like every season, or like at least like have a plan like as you go along. Because like when I watch Westworld or something, like it's like okay, it's like I feel like everything traces back to like Lost, where it's like if you have like a lot of mysteries happening, to keep it planned and ready.
Yeah, like the only time I've seen that really backfire with like the planning out the show is with How I Met Your Mother. Where like, all right, we have the end point in mind, but they didn't have everything in between. So all of the stuff that they like that kind of evolved organically from what the actors did and how the writers came up with ideas, they were like, oh shit, we got to end it. So they kind of just, Benny Hilled their way into that
Meeting
ending.
the mom.
Yeah, meeting the mom.
Yeah.
When did the mom come in?
Like, what was
How
it?
many seasons was it?
9?
Like the last season?
Oh.
Yeah, it was the last season. I think it was like, I think they did like 9 seasons. It was like 2005 to 2014.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And it just didn't work out. Whereas like something like Gravity Falls, he had a set endpoint in mind, and this being Disney, where they're like, keep it going till it crashes and burns spectacularly. He was like, no.
Was it Cartoon Network, not Disney?
No, for Gravity Falls, it's Disney. And
Okay.
they
Close enough.
they like he had the set endpoint in mind, and he had like a finite amount of space to work within that he set. So the show was able to like go where it wanted to, but he always kind of had like that base of this is the central plot.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's like the mystery thing done right.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, like, for JJ Abrams, it's the mystery box. Literally, like, he was like, you don't need to plan out anything. You just need the mystery to be there.
Yeah.
And that doesn't work out for a TV show.
Oh,
Again, it would work out for a movie because you can just kind of end it and let your fans speculate. But for a TV show, it's not quite as
Death.
quite as good. Yeah.
Like Inception. That was my other choice.
Yeah. I considered
Inception.
that.
You could have let me. I know so much good Inception fic. Good Inception
Good
fic.
Inception thing.
I just did Lost because I feel like it would have been easier to rip on Lost, and I feel like Inception is more like respected. So it was.
That would have been fun
There
to
are-
try and rip on Lost. That would have been fun.
Yeah. Next time.
Next time.
Burn.
All right. Do y'all think he's still dreaming at the end?
No, because the totem is the ring, not the top. His wedding ring.
Oh, I have not heard
Yeah.
this theory.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I can't remember which is which, but like when he has the ring on, he is dreaming. When it's not a dream or something like that.
Oh.
So like I have to go back and look at it, but that's how you
So
can tell.
Whose totem was the top then?
His wife's.
Or was that okay?
Yeah,
So she would have to be the one dreaming for the top to keep spinning.
I think so.
So why did he have her totem? Wouldn't she know the actual weight?
Yeah.
Bad
Oh,
rating
I guess
the
he has it
Inception
because he
podcast?
misses his
Oh,
wife.
sorry.
No, it's okay. All right. We're probably not
Okay,
going to
so-
get to the end of this chapter because I was given the 10-minute sign by producer Mike over there. So we should finish this up.
All right.
Let's keep going.
All right. So deep as shit here in the church, stated Sawyer.
Deep dish.
Just doing this deep dish.
That's like
I'm
his
sorry.
nickname for Hurley, right? Because he's fat, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Oh, and it's Sawyer. Okay.
Yeah.
I will assume you are referring to Hurley. Yes, he is here now. This place is outside of time, as you may well have guessed.
Boo.
For everyone here. It has only been mere moments since they died. Our higher-ups also ensured all of you would look as you did while on the island. Also, we didn't want to, do a bunch of CG stuff, so there you go. A great thing for most of you, but not for your friend Hurley, whom finally slimmed down, replied the angel, slightly amused. Another thought occurred to Sawyer. Juliet. Did she know? She'd always seemed to know more about the island than he ever had, but still, Sawyer doubted she was that enlightened of their situation. Still, he'd felt the need to ask. No, of course not. She will, though, after you are done getting reacquainted in the church. This is so weird. Everyone will be informed then of who their soulmate is and what kind of obstacles they need to face in their next life to grow both together and apart. Why would he want them to grow apart?
Because it sounds cryptic.
Okay.
You know? They're like, together and apart and... Dude, it's like the universe outside of time.
The universe is expanding. Juliet and Jack will both work together to find appropriate incarnations for you and Kate to grow and learn together. We will review their choices to see if they have learned what you and Kate need in order to grow spiritually. A higher-up will then will then help them select their future incarnations.
So heaven is a bureaucracy?
Apparently.
I can see it.
Be like, there's just so much red tape in place. I can't reincarnate. I'm sorry, sir. You're going to hell.
Do you think they're quarantining in heaven? They're social distancing in heaven.
Maybe.
I feel like everyone has probably their own personal heaven, so they don't need to self-quarantine.
It's like the American Dad model, where it's like all the doors and then they open it and it's your personal heavens. Do you know
Something like that, yeah.
Have you seen that episode where
I've seen that particular scene. I haven't seen a lot of American Dad, but I think you sent that clip to me for some reason.
Because it's hilarious. That's right. No, it's they have like their own personal heavens, and like they open Steve's door, and this woman on like a unicorn comes out, and it shits cheeseburgers, and he opens one of them and he goes, "Pepper jack cheese, it's my heaven," and then just takes a bite of it.
Oh my gosh,
love that show.
Personal heaven. What will be your personal heavens?
Oh God, I don't want to know. It'd be one of those things where it would be shocking to me because I'm like, I don't like this, and you're like, oh shit, I do like this. Fuck.
How about
I feel
you?
like this is a personal question.
It is a personal question.
Yeah, a personal heaven would be like it's probably very. Is heaven supposed to be like a very
abstract? I'm guessing.
I guess it's supposed to be like a very. Wait, is everyone singing? Is that what's supposed to happen?
Is it so? It's a musical.
Wasn't that like in? Oh no, there's like an
it's
episode
just a set of Glee.
Yeah. Oh God.
I gotta be so pissed.
Dude, and then like when they review your life over, it's like how they recap episodes on Glee.
Oh gosh.
So it's like, Alice was born in 1994 in Los Angeles, California, but and that's what you missed last time on Glee.
On your entire life.
Mm-hmm. Goodness.
Yeah, I feel like we should probably end the story here just because I have a few questions for you, Mitch, and also we're not going to have enough time because that's how this happens sometimes.
Oh, gotcha.
For you, the listener, if you really want to go read the rest of the story, links in the description. But what do you think of it so far?
I wish it was more action. I'm an action guy. I wish it was more guns, more sex,
drugs and rock and roll.
Yeah. I wish it was a little bit more philosophical. I feel like it wasn't philosophical enough. I wish there was more spiritualness in it. And
so I'm hearing angels with shotguns is what you want.
Yeah,
that sounds pretty badass.
I would watch that.
Yeah,
that sounds like a story brewing right there. Yeah, that's what I want. I just yeah, a little bit. Yeah, some more characters from the show. I wish it was on the island. Was that on the island?
It seems like they were in a church of some kind.
Oh, I think there was a church at the end of the show. Yeah, end in the finale. Yeah, I just I like the direction, but more action. Angels with guns.
What about you, Chris?
Yeah, I'm done with that. I'd like some gunslinging angels. So they take that gunslinger class from 5e and have some ASMR just being like, pew, 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 pew.
I never really got into Lost, so I don't really have a horse in this race, but I basically...
Oh, that metaphor.
Oh.
I'm going to use that.
Definitely not mine. That one's old. But I think that this story was the equivalent of three assholes sitting in a room with a bunch of microphones talking about nothing, except as a fanfic. So just please get something to happen. Like the whole... Okay, you know when you're playing a video game and they're like, this is what happened, and there's no A button to skip? That was this story.
Yeah.
It was one long cutscene before you can get into the story proper.
So Kingdom Hearts.
What?
So Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts.
I remember that game.
Yeah.
That was my fave. I loved it.
I like the second one.
It was good.
Yeah, the second was good. Roxas was my jam, and then suddenly I had to play Sora, and I was like, no.
His shoes always seemed too big for him.
Oh yeah, all of them do.
They look like awkward. I managed to wear slippers to work this week, and they never noticed. I was very surprised.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep doing it until someone says something. Well, also they're black and they have a hard bottom,
I see.
Yeah.
But I feel like didn't all those characters have big shoes on that Triangle Enix?
Square Enix.
Kind
Oh,
of.
that's it.
Triangle Enix sounds like in a TV show where they can't get the license, so they just like change it a little bit. Hand me that Coca-Cola. Let's.
Wasn't it Rhombus Enix?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Close enough.
from the
Rectangle Enix. You know how it is.
Octagon.
Yeah.
It was one of those shapes.
Hexagon Enix.
Oh my god.
Oh my God, Mitch! Thank you so
Yeah.
much for coming
This
on
is fun.
this here show. I know.
Cool little concept. I like it.
Thank you. Where can people find you out there?
These days, I am more active on Twitter.
Yeah.
I like the tweet, the thoughts. So find me at I Mitchell Lamar. Find me at I Mitchell Lamar on Twitter.
You got an Instagram too?
I do, but it's like right now I'm just focused on Twitter.
Okay.
Okay.
You can find me there too. It's just like an empty house.
It's like the end of a sitcom where they just turn the lights off and close the door.
Yeah. But I post here and there.
Yeah.
But I'm on Twitter.
Is it the same I Mitchell Lamar on Insta? Okay.
Also TikTok. I'm trying to figure out what to do there, but
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten quite figured out yet.
it's a new world.
Chris, where can people find you?
At stolen_relic on Twitter, same handle on Instagram, but my Instagram is literally just pictures of my animal, so
I mean,
that's it. And I don't go on there much. So Twitter.
and then you can find me at Atlas Novak, Twitter, Instagram. It's like half me trying to plug the show, half pictures of animals that are at my mom's house that she sends me pictures of. Like, isn't this so cute? I'm like, stealing this? Thank you very much. She doesn't have an Instagram. What does she care? And then you can find the show at Bad Reading Pod, Twitter, Instagram. I will now start posting Chris's dreams on there. Yeah, so that'll be fun. Thank you for listening. Wash your goddamn hands and stay safe. Have a good night, everybody.
Woo.
Bye.
Bye.